at the final of the professional match sprints, where defending champion Claudio Gallinel in blue meets the pumped-up East German Michael Hübner. This is a best-of-3 series, and it's as much a staring contest as it is a bike race. Hübner has won the first heat, so if he wins this, he will go on to win the gold medal.
So on the inside, Claudio Gallinel, the defending world champion, meeting for the first time in a sprint at any world championships, Michael Hübner, the East German, now a professional rider. And people often ask the question, why do the riders go so slow when this is in fact the fastest event in the world, the sprint? But it's only over the last 200 meters when the riders will crack 40 miles an hour. The moment the riders will try now to play cat and mouse. The man who has lost the draw, which is Gallinel, has to lead for the first lap under the rules, and Hübner will want to keep him there as long as possible because the advantage of surprise will always lie with the second man. Times don't count in this race. There's no comparison at all with other events on the track. It is simply the first man back. It is the best of 3 matches so that all fairness can result from 3 meetings, and at the moment Michael Hübner is 1 to the good. So in fact he is 1 away from a gold medal. The crowd remain hushed in the stadium. Gallinel stalks on the lower part of the track, knowing now that any attack will come above his right shoulder. He will continually look around to find out the location of Hübner. And in track sprinting you can actually ride off the track. Both riders now riding on what they call the Côte d'Azur, the blue ribbon. Hübner laying off his man. As they come round for 2 laps to go, you can see the size of these 2 riders because weight training and development plays a much bigger part in a track cyclist's makeup than it does for a summer road racing cyclist who is a long distance athlete. These riders are pure power men. Now as we come round towards the end of the first lap, Gallinel then has the right to try and manoeuvre Hübner in front of him. He must lead for that first lap till he crosses the start-finish line. But now he's moving his man up the track. His objective, once he's over that start-finishing line, will be to try and bring his bicycle to a complete halt. He wants to manoeuvre Hübner in front of him, where he can see him. Now he's over the white line. Hübner will try with determined fashion not to come past Gallinel because the best surprise is from the back, and he's actually feigned a move there to try and cause Gallinel to continue to roll. Gallinel is now trying to stand on one of the most difficult parts of the track, entering the 42-degree banking. He's trying to log his bicycle up. He's failed completely. He's continued to roll on. Hübner has won that round, that psychological battle. He's kept his man in front from Italy, where he wants him, and they continue to roll around. So Hübner is known as one of the fastest sprinters in the world. He will have the utmost respect from Gallinel, the professional world champion defending his title. But over the years, Michael Hübner, who began in 1983 in Zurich with the bronze amateur world medal, he then graduated to silver in Italy in '85, then finally won the gold medal in Colorado Springs in 1986 as an amateur. This is his first chance to have a crack at a professional. And again, Gallinel tries to stop his bike dead on the track. Now, if your bike actually moves backwards, and the crowd are appreciating this, if your bike moves backwards, the gun will fire and the race will be completely restarted. You can only hold it still. And just look at Hübner behind him. Locked it perfectly in position. Remember, the object is that Gallinel wants Hübner in front, and he almost did it there. He almost stood long enough to force Hübner in front. And now Hübner bouncing his back wheel to try and lock it. This takes tremendous pressure on the legs. Well, the world record for standing still on a bicycle is actually over 3 hours, but not at competitive level. And just look at this, Hübner kicking back and forth to try and lock that wheel, but the pressure on those huge thigh muscles is quite tremendous, and he wants to save some for the sprint, which is not very far away. So, Hübner has decided to take the lead. Галлинел has won the round of the battle of the standstills. He's now got his man exactly where he's wanted him for the last 1.5 laps, and that's in front. He can see him now. So Hübner eases the muscles from that session of standing still and rides high on the banking. 42 degrees this banking. He rides as high as he can because it now means that Галлинел must make his attack underneath him. So he constantly watches over his left shoulder. Now he looks round to his right. They're dropping lower down the track as the bell rings for 1 lap to go. 333 metres to go. The clock will start over the last 200 metres. If Hübner wins this, the boy in grey, it will be a World Championship gold medal. If Галлинел wins and he makes the break first, it will be forced to a deciding ride. Галлинел now gives every bit of energy he's got down the back straight, but look at the speed of the East German. Michael Hübner comes on to Галлинел's shoulder as they come off into the home straight now. Галлинel winding it up for a big sprint finish and gets it. 65 kilometres an hour. That is 41 miles an hour over the last 200 metres. Let's take a look at it again in slow motion. The power of the East German, and this is the first time he's had a crack at winning a professional gold medal. And as he comes up to the finish, straightens the arm, throws the bicycle forward, and the gold medal is his.
And Phil, after that show of upper body strength by Hübner, I think Галлинел may be headed for the health club. Hübner gold, Галлинел silver, and Pates bronze. The second gold for Hübner in these championships. The East German on the medal stand today, and perhaps starring in Rocky VI. Next, we'll be back. Japan, we're at the Green Dome.